Call the council meeting to order tonight. We have a quorum present, and tonight will be led in the invocation by Pastor Dennis Thomas from the Free Methodist Church in Sioux Falls. After the invocation, we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance. So at this time, I'd ask everyone to please rise.
Psalm 19, verse 14. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Lord, you are the God of heaven and earth. You are our creator. You are the God of love and life, our redeemer. You have blessed this city, and we thank you. You've caused it to grow and prosper, and you are yet doing that. We ask you to help those, Lord, who are suffering tonight, those who are enduring hardships in our community. Ask you to be with the caregivers as well. We ask that you would grant wisdom to this council, grant them understanding in the details. May they make righteous decisions. May they work in harmony with one another for our good and for your glory. May you be pleased with these deliberations tonight. We pray this in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
From the consent, okay. It'll be noticed that Councilmember Costello will be excused from the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Knutson.
Knutson, is there a second?
Second, Benninga.
Benninga, seconded. Is there any further motions on the consent agenda? Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, I had a comment on number 4 there, where the United States Army Corps of Engineers, the property at 4400 Northview for 2007 property taxes. Am I to understand that they bought this property and that the taxes were paid when they bought it and now they want the taxes back? Or how does that working? I guess I don't know if I should refer that to the city attorney or...
I'm trying to remember that particular transaction because there were a number of them this time. But yes, that's my recollection. They purchased a piece of property. They're building a new reserve building. In fact, they have built it. And now they're abating the taxes for the period that they have owned it.
Very good. Thank you, Gary.
Further questions of the consent agenda? Not all in favor of approving the consent agenda will vote yes, those opposed no.
Council members Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello? Jameson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. The consent agenda has been approved. Now, is there a motion to approve the regular agenda?
So moved, Benninga.
Benninga moves. Is there a second?
Second, Liz.
Let's second it. Further motions on the consent agenda? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the regular agenda will vote yes, those opposed no.
Council members Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
The regular agenda has been approved, 8-0. Now, this is the time that we set aside a period of 5 minutes for anyone that wishes to address the council on a topic of their interest, and we ask that to give their name and their address. Anyone wishing to come forward at this time? Seeing no one come forward, we will move into the regular agenda with item number 41.
Item 41 is a new 2008 package liquor license for a BB Laundry Incorporated IU General Store to be operated at 1112 East 3rd Street. 42 is to rescind 2007-2008 package malt beverage license issued to a BB Laundry Incorporated IU General Store, 1112 East 3rd Street. 43 is new 2008-2009 retail malt beverage license effective July 1st, 08 for Dakota Fresh Mex LLC, Cordoba Mexican Grill to be operated at 4901 South Louise Avenue, with the conditional use permit approved on February 6, 2008. 44 is a new 2007-2008 retail malt beverage license for Main and Main LLC Courtyard by Marriott to be operated at 4300 West Empire Place with the conditional use permit approved on April 2, 2008. 45 is a new 2008 retail wine license for Main and Main LLC Courtyard by Marriott to be operated at 4300 West Empire Place with the conditional use permit approved on April 2, 2008, pending final inspection per building services. Item 46 is new 2007-2008 retail malt beverage license for Main and Main LLC Spring Hill Suites to be operated at 4304 West Empire Place with the conditional use permit approved on April 2, 2008, pending final inspections per Health and Building Services. 47 is a new 2008 retail wine license for Main and Main LLC Spring Hill Suites to be operated at 4304 West Empire Place with the conditional use permit approved on April 2, 2008, pending final inspections for Health and Building Services. 48 is new 2008-2009 retail malt beverage license effective July 1, 2008 for Trifecta Holdings LLC, named to be determined, to be operated 1/16th mile north of 41st Street on the T. Ellis Road, including video lottery terminals, with the conditional use permit approved on April 2, 2008, pending final inspection for Fire, Health, and Building Services. 49 is transfer of a 2007-2008 retail malt beverage license from Sal Orozco, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it, Hinjos Bellaris Don Sal, 4601 East Arrowhead Parkway, to the same name, El Taco Bar, to be operated at 109 East 10th Street with the conditional use permit approved on April 2, 2008. 50 is a special one-day liquor license request for Washington Pavilion Management Incorporated, Washington Pavilion of Arts and Science, 301 South Main Avenue, for wedding receptions on the following dates in 2008: June 7, 14th, 28th, July 5th, August 2nd, 16th, 22nd, 29th, and 30th. 51 is a special one-day malt beverage and one-day wine license request for downtown Sioux Falls to be operated at the 8th and Railroad Center parking lot for East Bank block parties to be held on June 6th, August 1st, and September 5th, 2008. 52 is various retail malt beverage and packaged malt beverage license renewals for 2008-2009 to be operated at various locations in the city of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, identified as Exhibit A.
Thank
Ms.
you,
Boss.
Tamara. Very well done.
Ms.
Lori
Hogsted.
Hogsted.
Mrs. Hogsted.
Thank you. With the City Finance Office. I am here for items 41 through 52. 41 and 42, I have received a call this afternoon from a neighbor that has many concerns on this particular applicant receiving a retail liquor license. She was not able to be here tonight, unfortunately, but she asked if at all possible if we could defer this for 2 weeks so that she could put some information together and be present to testify on this item. So that would be the request tonight on that particular item, to defer for 2 weeks. I do have the applicant present tonight. If you do wish to ask him questions, he is available for questions tonight, or we could wait for 2 weeks. Your choice.
I'd like to make a motion that we take items 41 and 42 and defer them for 2 weeks to the June 2nd City Council meeting.
Thank you.
I'd like to second that motion.
Okay, we're going to motion that, we're going to, and there's further comments on that motion?
Yeah, I guess we know what a neighbor thinks about this, but I was just wondering if we could hear the applicant say what he thinks about deferring this.
Certainly. Okay. Awela Abibi is the applicant. Just put your name and address, and then they asked if you're okay if we defer it for 2 weeks, or your comments on that. Okay. Just start with your name and address.
Okay, my name is Ayalu Zendeka Abeba. My address is 701 North Cliff Avenue, my mailing address.
There we go.
I'm willing to answer if you have some questions. I know the concern of my neighbors.
So you would be willing to defer for 2 weeks? Or
It depends from the council. I like to have the solution today, if you can. But if you want to defer it for next 2 weeks, I will be available too.
Be June 2nd.
Okay, I will be available too.
Is that okay with you?
I have no choice if you decided like that.
Well, you always got a choice. You have a choice. You can take it.
In this 2 weeks, would he still be able to sell product?
Yes, he's still licensed for packaged malt beverage, so he could continue to sell the malt beverage until we meet again in 2 weeks.
Vernon?
Lori, are you able to characterize what the nature of the concern is?
Well, from what I understood, that the concern was a number of beer cans and so on left, near the property, and it's near this woman's home in this neighborhood. And she's, frustrated enough with that. She's made a number of phone calls. She had told me to the police department about a lot of drinking and people sitting in their cars drinking in that area. And so her concern is she just really doesn't want to escalate it to liquor. That's primarily her issues.
D.
And Lori, I was wondering, the person who called your office, has that person visited with the applicant and shared her concerns with him?
I visit with the applicant, and I know the problem. The problem has to be solved with a common effort from the city officials, me and her and any neighbors. It is not only my concern, it is everybody's concern. I mean, the problem is not big. The lady was not accepting even my expansion in the first place, but the expansion did good for the community, and there is a need to do that business in my part, and I am willing to do everything what the neighbors ask and what the city officials ask me to do. By stopping me not doing that business, we will not change the condition. The conditions can be changed by common work.
Kenny?
Lori, is there a possibility that we can get maybe the police department to give us a history on that area? I'm concerned about this because this business is not, it's located across the street from a park that there has been some issues at before.
That's
and
correct.
also across the street from the alternative school.
Exactly. What I was thinking we would do is contact the police department, get a list of what has happened there, and see if they could go out and talk to both the neighbor and to our applicant and see what we can work out. Good idea.
I'd like to echo the same thing that Kenny just said. I've been aware of this situation over there for quite a while, and I don't believe it's his responsibility to patrol the park, and I wouldn't want him to do that, but I would request that we do get some stepped-up police presence in that area, especially a Friday night, maybe a Saturday afternoon if it's a nice day. A lot of guys were playing basketball over there, I know, and there was a lot of things going on. And I had comments that younger children were afraid to go to that basketball court or that park because of the activities going on there. So I think the issue goes a little bit deeper than what we're just talking about here tonight, and I'd like to just advance the idea that we maybe need to take some action there.
Further question, we got a motion that's been made and seconded to defer items 40 and 41 until June 2nd. Further comments on that motion? Not. All members in favor of deferring items 41 and 42 until June 2nd, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmember Knutson?
Yes.
Blitz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
All members present voted that items 41 and 42 have been deferred 8-0 for
So in 2
June
weeks, and I'll be
2nd. Okay, now,
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, and then we continue on. We have items 43 through 51. I can certainly answer questions on those, and then we'll go to item 52, the first set of renewals. So we can cover 43 through 51 first, if anyone has any questions on those.
any questions on items 43 through 51? Go ahead.
I don't have a question. I would like to make a motion to approve items number 43 through 51.
Motion by Knutson to approve items 43 through 51. Is there a second to that motion?
Second, let's.
Let's second it. Further comments on the motion to approve items 43 through 51? Not all in favor of that motion to approve items 43 through 51 will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Councilmembers Knutson?
Yes.
Blitz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 43 through 51 have been approved 8-0. Now we're at item number 52.
Okay, 52 is our first set of beer renewals. We renew the retail malt beverage and packaged malt beverage licenses every spring. And the license term is July 1 to June 30 of each year. So this will be our first set that we just refer to as Exhibit A. In 2 weeks, we will have a second set. That's our largest set, which is Exhibit B. And then 2 weeks following that is Exhibit C. And Exhibit C will be the list that will have those with underage sales in this past year. And they will all be present at that meeting. We'll just conquer them all at one time. A couple changes or a couple items to note on Exhibit A. For Gallagher Inc., the Wild Sage Grill, 300 North Sharapa Place. We just approved the new license for that 2 weeks ago, and we're still waiting for final inspections to be completed for fire, health, and building services. So that would also stand for the renewal, and I know they're getting close. They're still working on that. And then I have one that I will need to defer or request deferral, and this is for Lita Investment Corporation for the Easy Dough Casino, 2309 West 12th Street. The applicant turned in his paperwork and was missing a signature. And normally if I call and ask them to come in, they're in right away. I have called and begged and pleaded, and he will not come in to sign. So as a result, we cannot renew it tonight, and we will defer that. I'm requesting until June 16, and if he doesn't come in and sign, then it'll be a done deal at the end of June. So,
Okay, everybody understand on the various malt beverage, package malt beverage licenses to approve with deferring Lita Investment to June 16th. Does anybody want to make that motion?
I would like to make that motion. Knutson.
Knutson made the motion to defer that. Is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Let's second it. The motion is defer Lita Investment Corporation until June 16th. All in favor of that motion will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Councilmembers Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes. All members present have voted. That motion has carried 8-0, so that will be deferred until June 16th. Now we're back to the items that were mentioned before.
We have just the regular set of everything else on Exhibit A then.
So is there a motion to approve?
Move for approval, Benninga.
Benega moves. Is there a second?
I'll second Anderson.
Anderson seconds. Any further comments on item 52? If not, all in favor will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Councilmembers Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes. All members present voted 8-0. Item 52 has been approved. Item 53.
Item 53 is a second reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota approving the exchange of real property.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. Jeffrey Schmidt, representing planning staff on this item. Back in 2005, the city bought 1.4 acres east, in Sertoma Hills. It's west of Sertoma Avenue, and we were using that as a possible holding place for a school park site. At this point, we have been working with the school district. They have purchased 18 acres for a school and maybe some future open space that we may have in this part of town. At this point, we are requesting with this ordinance to transfer our 1.4 acres to the Sioux Falls School District for 1.4 acres of their property within this 18 acres. It's a 1.4 acre transfer between two entities.
Questions of Jeff on item number 53. Others that wish to address the council on item number 53? Is there a motion to approve?
Move for approval, Benninga.
Second, Brown.
Benninger seconds. Makes a motion. Brown seconds. Further comments? Go ahead.
Jeff, just a quick question. I'm assuming that there's been appraisals on this property and the appraisal values are the same. There's no difference in the one's not cornfield and the other's a swamp or anything.
That's correct.
Okay.
Appraisals were done on both properties.
Thank you.
Further comments? Motion been made and seconded to approve item 53. Seeing no further comments, all in favor of that motion will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Councilmember Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
All members present, vote item 53 has been approved 8-0. Now, we are in to set the hearing date for the second reading for items 54 through 65. Just so everybody knows, this is a time that the staff will make the presentation and the council can ask them questions, and in the second reading, we will involve the people in the room here if they want to talk. So go ahead, Mike.
I need to read the item first, Mayor.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Item 54 is the first reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 3200 West 12th Street and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This property, I'm Mike Cooper with City Planning and Building Services. This property is on the north side of West 12th Street and east of the Big Sioux River. It's approximately 2.5 acres. The petitioner is the City Parks and Recreation Department, and this property is proposed to be developed into the Elmwood Park Trailhead facility.
Questions of Mike on item 54? 55.
Item 55 is the first reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at East 10th Street and 6 Mile Road for future development of allowed uses and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This property is located east of 6 Mile Road and north of 10th Street. It's approximately 85 acres. The petitioner is Van Buskirk Companies. The City Council has seen this proposal through an annexation as well as a land use amendment, and the rezoning will allow for the development of drainageways, multifamily and office, medium and low-density residential uses.
Questions of Mike on 55? Kermit?
Yeah, Mike, I noticed here in the information I have, also for future development of parks, are we going to have the developer donate land for a park, or are we going to buy?
We'll be talking about that at the next item, that we will be purchasing the proposed park site.
Further questions of 55? Let's go 56.
Item 56 is the first reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at the east side of 6 Mile Road, approximately 1,300 feet north of 265th Street, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is located adjacent to the previous item. It's about 20 acres of land, and it is proposed for the Fred Assam Elementary School, which is part of the Brandon Valley School District, as well as a future city neighborhood park site. The property is divided into approximately 10 acres for the school site, and this portion will include about 7+ acres for the future neighborhood park, and this land is being purchased by the city. The City Council has authorized the funding for this to occur.
Questions of Mike on 56? Kermit?
And how much are we going to pay for that land?
I don't have that information tonight, but I'll get that to you.
Okay.
Further questions of Mike on 56? 57.
57 is a first reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property east of 4605 West Homefield Drive and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This property is located on the west side of Interstate 29 and north of 26th Street. It's just over 1 acre in size, and the proposed use is going to be for a future accounting office building.
Questions of Mike on 57? 58.
58 is the first reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at the southwest corner Madison Street and Powder House Road, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This property is about 63 acres in size, and again, this is land that the City Council has previously looked at in terms of annexation as well as land use amendment. It's in the southwest corner of Madison and Powder House Road, and the petitioner is proposing to rezone this so that it will conform to the land use amendment that you've approved. It will include commercial, office, multifamily, single family, as well as storm drainage land areas.
Question, Mike, on 58. Go ahead.
Just to clarify, this is an attempt here to develop a self-contained community, walking to stores and neighborhood parks and things like that. Is that what's going on here?
That's the option that they would have with this zoning, yes.
Are we compelling them to do that, or is that just purely a business decision they would be able to make?
What we've talked about is let's give them the option and then see how they can market it, but we're not requiring that to occur.
Okay,
This gives them that opportunity to market the property.
okay.
Further questions? Let's go to 59.
Item 59 is a first reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 2900 South Cliff Avenue and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is the Lincoln High School campus area, and this came about when we were previously presenting to the City Council a proposal to acquire some vacated right-of-way, and that will be used for practice fields by Lincoln High School. And the question came up at that time why the rest of the site is still zoned residential, and so we'll bring this to you to allow the zoning to conform to the current land use.
Further questions of Mike on 59? 60.
Item 60 is a first reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at Witzke Place and 74th Street and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is part of the planned development district of Platinum Valley. It includes existing twin homes and fourplexes. It's about 6.4 acres in size. And what we're doing is we're rezoning it back to conventional zoning because it is developed. And that's a policy that we've been doing for years, is when a planned development district becomes built out, that we typically bring those back at a later date for the City Council to change the zoning to the conventional uses.
Questions of Mike on 60? 61.
Item 61 is a first reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 2001 East 33rd Street and 3140, 3136, 3134 North Lewis Avenue, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is a parcel that includes about 1.2 acres up in the Norton Acres development. And we've been working with the property owners up in that area that have existing manufactured housing that would like to replace those with newer manufactured housing units. And so this zoning action is being initiated to allow that to happen in the future.
Questions of Mike, 61? Go ahead.
I guess I was wondering how they got there in the first place.
They got there because under an older version of our zoning district, they were allowed. And in fact, in many cases, the development was up there before it was even in the city limits.
Oh.
Further questions on 60? 61. Let's go to 62.
62 is a first reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 2nd Street between Hudson Avenue and Harlem Avenue and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is just over 1 acre of land. It's on the south side of 2nd Street. It's adjacent to the JD's House of Trophies warehouse area. And this property is also being proposed to be developed into a warehouse. During the Planning Commission process, we did receive comments from some of the neighbors that live on the north side of 2nd Street that were concerned about future truck traffic that would be coming in and exiting with the warehouse. We're going to continue to talk to those neighbors as well as the applicant between now and second reading, and hopefully we can get those issues worked out or those concerns addressed.
Questions of Mike on item 62? 63.
63 is a first reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a major amendment petition number 2008-0406 to Chapter 15.45.070, Planned Development Districts at Roosevelt Park Planned Development District, amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This property is north of West 41st Street and east of the Ellis Road. It's about 39 acres of land owned by Ronning Companies. And this is a case where when the development came in with their subdivision plan, that we, after we approved that, there were some changes in the land use boundaries that we're now being asked to address with this major amendment. So this would conform the zoning or land use boundaries with the subdivision street layout.
Questions of Mike on 63? Kermit?
Yeah, Mike, I understand we're going to have a park in this area.
It's called Roosevelt Park, but there's not an actual park site in this area.
Okay. Will there be a park? Are we going to try to encourage them to have a park, or what?
We have our neighborhood park sites identified, but this particular development is not included within a specified site. but there are going to be or will be neighborhood park sites adjacent to this area.
Adjacent to,
Yes,
okay.
close by.
Okay.
Further questions, 63. Let's go 64.
Item 64 is a first reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a major amendment petition 2008-0430 to Chapter 15.45070 Plan Development Districts at Nob Hill Plan Development District, amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is another application by Ronning Companies. It's about 28 acres of land in the southeast corner of 85th and Western. And again, this is a situation where we have a change in the land use boundaries or sub-area boundaries to conform to the street layout that has been approved.
Questions, 64.
Yeah, on this one, Mike, will we have a park or community center or anything
No,
like that?
not on this particular development.
Okay, thank you.
Further questions? Not 65.
Item 65 is a first reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a major amendment petition number 2008-0404 to Chapter 15.45.70 Plan Development Districts at Whisper Ridge Plan Development District, allowing changes in land use as reflected in the revised sub-area regulations and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This development is along Southeastern Avenue between 57th and 69th Streets, the Whisper Ridge development. And after we approved the initial zoning boundaries, in working with the developer and Public Works, there's an existing wetland on this site that will be maintained to comply with their storm drainage requirements. And so we're taking this 8.2 acres and designating that as a recreation conservation zone that will allow for the continued conservation of that wetland area, as well as the possibility of some future private recreational uses around it.
Questions of Mike on item 65? Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike, will this wetland area be owned by the property owner or the city? Will we take over the wetland area? Or?
The city will, I believe, eventually take over the wetland area because it's part of their storm drainage basin in that development area.
And will we have to pay for that, or will that be given up by the landowner?
We typically buy land for storm drainage if it serves a larger area than just the development.
Any idea how much we might pay on this one?
I don't have that information.
Okay.
Further questions, item 65? Not, is there a motion to set the hearing second reading for June 2nd for items 54 through 65?
So moved,
Let's move. Is there a second?
Second, Benninga.
Benninga seconded. All in favor of the motion to set the hearing date for June 2nd for items 54 through 65, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Council members Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 54 through 65, the hearing date has been set for June 2nd, 8-0. Item 66.
Item 66 is a resolution advising and giving consent to the appointment of members to certain citizen boards. Greg Jamison to the UDC.
Do I need to excuse myself?
No, I don't think you have to. No, not that one. That's just kind of a perfunctory.
Yes. That's just this is a resolution that replacing Councilor or former council member Bob Jamison with the new council member Greg Jamison as a representative of the council on the UDC.
I move for approval.
Go ahead, Bob.
As I recall it, we all sat here and voted ourselves on this board last time we did this, so I don't think you need to move the room. I'd like to second Dee's motion.
Okay, we've got a motion been made and seconded to approve the resolution for the appointment. Further comments? Not, if all in favor, yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmember Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 66 been approved 8-0. Congratulations, Greg. There you go. All right, item 67.
Item 67 is a resolution advising and giving consent to the appointment of members to certain citizen boards.
This is what we do several times a year, so it's pretty common, and I think you got them out there and had a chance to see all the different boards. And go ahead.
Yes, we have reviewed that list several days ago. We received that from the mayor's office. I would like to make a motion to. Thank you. I would like to make a motion to approve those appointments. Again, we have seen that list, we saw that list several days ago, a week ago, or whenever it was.
Is there a second to that motion?
Second, Litz.
Let's second. Further comments on the motion for the appointments? Not all in favor, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Council members Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 67 has been approved 8-0. Item 68.
Item 68 is a resolution approving sculptures on city property.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council, and viewing citizens. My name is Russ Sorensen, representing the City Planning Office on this particular item. Before you this evening is a resolution to approve the placement of 2 outdoor sculptures known as Sunrise and Spirits in the Smoke on city property at the Sioux Falls Convention Center. Special guests present this evening and associated with this project include Ms. Allie Breckett from Global Spectrum, representing the Sioux Falls Convention Center, and Mr. Jim Clark with Sculpture Walk. The location for the 2 proposed sculptures is at the main front east entrance to the Sioux Falls Convention Center. The proposed sculptures would be located along each side of the main entrance doors, and the sculptures would be placed on 3-foot-high quartzite pedestals. The sculptures would be leased by a private business for up to 2 years and are not intended to be gifts to the city. The proposed sculptures have already been juried through the Sculpture Walk process and approved by the Visual Arts Commission, and the City Council is part of previous Sculpture Walks. These 2 sculptures selected include Sunrise by Colorado artist Bill Nolan, which is a bronze sculpture depicting 3 pheasants, and Spirits in the Smoke by Colorado artist Christopher Powell, a bronze sculpture depicting Native American symbolism. This is a wonderful opportunity to reflect Sioux Falls and South Dakota heritage themes in forms of art at the Sioux Falls Convention Center for their visitors. The various boards and commissions, including the Sioux Falls Arena and Convention and Entertainment Advisory Board and the Visual Arts Commission, have reviewed the sculpture proposal and their placements, and all have unanimously recommends approval of these sculpture placements. At this time, representatives from the Convention Center and Sculpture Walk are here to address any questions that you might have of us. That concludes our report.
Questions of Russ? Vernon?
Who is paying for the cost of the lease of these, Russ?
I believe XL Energy.
Further questions of Russ? Others that wish to address the council on item number 68? Is there a motion?
Move for approval, Benega.
Second, Costello.
Benega moved, Costello seconded. Motion to approve item 68. Further comments? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion to approve, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Councilmember Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 68 has been approved 8-0. Item 69.
Item 69 is a resolution including certain contiguous territory within the corporate limits of the city of Sioux Falls, 69th Street and Southeastern Avenue, Hayes Edition.
This property is located on East 69th Street, about a quarter mile east of Southeastern Avenue. It's approximately 69 acres of land area. The petitioner is the Hayes family, and they have requested this property to be annexed into the city for future development. We're recommending approval.
Questions of Mike Boblitz?
Mike, last year we had the Ted Toms and Gilbert and Jurek all got together and put the sewer through that parcel of land that would be just to the north of this. Is that sewer trunk going to take care of the sewerability of this?
Yes, this property
parcel?
is sewerable without a lift station, yes.
Thank you, Mike.
Further questions of Mike on item 69? Others that wish to address the council on item 69? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Litz.
Let's move. Is there a second?
Second, Costello.
Costello seconded. Further comments on that motion to approve? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion will vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmember Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 69 has been approved 8-0. Item 70.
Item 70 is a resolution of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, correcting the legal description of Annexation Resolution Number 1408, Annexation Legal Description Correction 2007-1202, 77th Street and Cliff Avenue.
This property was previously approved by the City Council for Don Nix. It's about 12 acres, and it is on the west side of South Cliff Avenue. When we submitted the final resolution to the Lincoln County Auditor's Office and Register of Deeds, we discovered that there was an error in the legal, and so we're asking you to make that correction tonight.
Questions of Mike on item 70?
I move for approval of making that correction on item 70, and my name is Knutson.
We got that. Okay. Is there a second?
Second, let's.
Let's second it. Okay, thank you. Further comments on motion approved? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion, will vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Council members Knutson?
Yes.
Litz? Yes. Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown? Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
All members present vote aye. 70 has been approved 8-0. Item 71.
Item 71 is a resolution of the City of Sioux Falls approving the preliminary plan of Grand Arbor Commercial Edition. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This property is located on the northeast corner of 85th Street and Western Avenue. It's approximately 13 acres of land owned by Van Busker Company, and it's part of the proposed Grand Arbor commercial development area. There are 3 uses proposed for this land, which will include a storm drainage area, 5 residential lots that could be developed into twin homes or up to 4-unit townhomes, as well as 1 commercial lot at the corner of 85th and Western. It does conform to our subdivision plan requirements, and we are recommending approval of this.
Questions to Mike on item number 71? Others that wish to address the council on item 71? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Benega.
Benega moves. Is there a second?
Second, Brown.
Brown seconds. Further comments on the motion has been approved, seconded. Not all in favor, will vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Council members Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 71 has been approved 8-0. Item 72.
Item 72 is new business. Approve the mayor's appointment of Kevin Smith, Assistant Director of Public Works, to serve as delegate, and Chad Healy, City Engineer, to serve as alternate to represent the City of Sioux Falls at official meetings for the Lewis and Clark Rural Water System.
That's just something we do every year, so Chad's a new one, so.
Move to approve.
Second,
Brown
Benega.
moved, Benega seconded.
Mr. Mayor?
Yeah.
I just want to comment that Kevin Smith, over my period of time here, has served this city quite admirably, and honestly, I can't think of an individual that I'd rather have in that position, and Chad Healy will be a most capable alternate in this deal. We're well-served by having Mr. Smith there.
I agree. Thank you. Further comments? Motion made and seconded. If not, all in favor, yes. All opposed, no.
Council members Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
All members present voted. That has been approved 8-0. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I so move
Knutson
Knutson.
moves. Is there a second?
Second, Brown.
Brown seconds. All in favor of that motion will vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Council members Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
We stand adjourned.